And nearly the start of the second quarter, as umpire Robinson holds the ball up to signal all is in readiness, as we see North Melbourne 5-4-34, lead Footscray 4-5-29. In the second quarter, the big match is underway, and straight away Wallace onto that left boot, up to centre half forward, a bad bounce there for Ross Smith. Donald McDonald now playing on Foster. Hickey's off the field with a crook leg, and we see Eccleston traps the ball well, ridden into the ground, and a throw-in will take place on centre wing position. Footscray kicking down towards the city end, North Melbourne towards the punt road end of the MCG, and Steele with the ball. Quick kick back to that half-forward flank. The bounce favours Jimmy Cracker, lightning hands, but intercepted well by Maloney it was. Love playing the ball along in front. Oh, kept it in magnificently, but pushed over the line by Ford, and once more a throw-in to take place.
Love had an excellent first term. The star probably was Phil Cracker with 11 possessions. You know, if Phil gets 11, he doesn't waste any of them. Purser in front of Hepburn. Love in possession and caught. Kicked a few yards by German, picked up by Love again. Out wide it goes, underneath it Rick Kennedy takes an excellent mark. Kennedy then hand passes out wide. Nicely taken there by Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick out into open territory. Phil Cracker for possession, number 12 maybe, no. Larkin takes it away. Hand passes back to Ackley. Ackley short passes very well. Love again, out to Johnny Law. Law 65 metres out, kicks it long. Sean Smith in front, Ford in front, Sean Smith behind. And there's Sean Smith again. Over the top they're going. Smith fighting desperately, gets 2-1. And the crowd gives him a round of applause. It'll be bounced.
Rowan soars as Hepburn taps the ball down to Maloney. Handball's over his head, kicked off the ground by Kennedy. A chance for North Melbourne to score, but Maloney tries to crash his way through. Unsuccessful, picked up by Love. A quick snap back into the square, backing back is Kennedy, and he's been a great defender. Had the better of Steve McCann, and Kennedy plays on. His kicking has been poor, as it was last week, as if he is injured. It goes to Hawkins, and Hawkins off and running. Sir Doug on that centre wing, the hand pass across to Royal. Royal dummies the hand pass, goes in short, the kick's a poor one. Out towards Foster, he can't trap the ball. And there's a golden opportunity wasted by the Bulldogs as the ball goes over the line.
Yes, really was a waste. Foster had such a big leeway. There was nobody within cooey of him, and not like Brian Royal to muff it, but he did. Mossop comes in, taps it down, Royal takes it. Royal redeems himself, but kicks it crookedly, and it goes through for one behind. Well, Brian Royal has really played a wonderful quarter and a bit up to date. He had 8 kicks in the first term, 2 marks, and there's another one for him. He's been a top rover again.
And straight away he got the message from Mickey Malthouse that he should have hand passed that and not allowed that opportunity to go astray. Pass ball from the kick out, kicks high up towards German, and German playing in front, too tall for Maloney, and takes the mark. Maloney guarding the mark very, very closely. Good play by the youngster. And this is kick number 8, but he decides to hand pass it, does German, onto Donald McDonald. The kick's a poor one, nearly well trapped by Baxter. Jimmy Cracker nearly took the ball. Jason Love on hands and knees, back to Jimmy. Jimmy with a quick kick into the square, backing back. Oh, it's forward. He should have taken the mark. Lucky for him, there was no North Melbourne player there to take the crumb, and the ball's through for one behind. Ford to bring the ball back into play. Not quite certain which side of the ground he wanted to favour. Favours the member side, looking for Doug Hawkins. Steele was up, couldn't take the mark. Chance for Maloney. On the ground at quarter time for Cordy. Cordy's kicked going towards Royal, and Royal drops a sitter. Recovers well. Fawkes is under pressure. Breaks clear with a long hand pass. Chance now for Foster to kick long into the square. But backing back, it should be all North Melbourne, and a good strong mark by Ian Fairley. And Fairley in that last line of defence takes a good grab.
Steve McPherson thought he had an easy goal coming up, but the whistle had gone. As Steve was running into an open goal, and the free kick went to Fairley, who gets it to Passmore. Passmore out wide. Peter Foster and McDonald will contest, and Foster did it pretty well. McDonald then does his part nicely. Out to Smith. Smith is about centre half back. Steadies and kicks it very wide, looking for McCann, and Sean Smith goes racing out He's in front of his opponent forward. Good tackle by Ford, but he gets it to Larkin. Larkin always clever to McCann. McCann, who kicks it a thundering distance, steadies and kicks it long. Kicks it very long, and far too long, actually. It goes over the line out of bounds.
Well, he kicked it a long way, Dave.
He sure did. Long, long, long.
And a let off for the Bulldogs.
That's his first kick.
As Baxter kicks the ball back, looking for Eccleston. Wallace waiting down. Kicks hurriedly. Goes 60 metres, 30 metres up and 30 metres down. Ball goes over the line, and once more thrown to take place as we approach the 5.5-minute mark of the second quarter, and North Melbourne lead by 5 points. 5-5-35 to Footscray's 4-6-30, and Murray Rance, who I don't think's had a kick so far in the match, has been replaced by young Collingwood. Thumped away by North Melbourne. A chance, or bad bounce from McLean. He traps it well, and Magic McLean kicks the ball out wide, looking for Doug Hawkins.
In front, wonderful running mark. Beautifully taken by Collingwood. He then steadies and sends it down to the half-forward flank. Up goes Peter Foster in front. Great contesting by McDonald. Similarly by Ackley, who's bustled over the line with the ball. And Royal hurt his shoulder that time as he tackles. But he's made a very stern stuff. It's out of bounds. Half-forward flank in front of the members' stand.
Young Collie Nook started the season off in the under-19s. He's one of those rare footballers to come through in one season into senior ranks after starting in the junior team. McGuinness had a great year. Out to Purser, he fumbles. Oh, beautifully trapped by Jeff Chandler. Kicks long down towards Love, who's been a very good player. Had the middle of Eccleston, and what the roving skills of James Cracker. Kicks long into the square with a ball bounce favourably. No, he's off target. And through for behind. Jim Cracker. He's dangerous all the time.
Yes, a wonderful rover. Really takes the ball at full speed, straight off the pack when he's roving at his top. Out to Eccleston, not a good kick. Eccleston with the ball, dodges cleverly, has lots of time now. Steadies and kicks it long, looking for Shane Williams. Laura's with him all the way and frustrates him and pushes it over the line. It's out of bounds, about centre wing position.
Shane Williams, the former Richmond player, played in the 1982 Grand Final. Had a season or two down at Geelong. Last week kicked 3 important goals for the Bulldogs against the Saints, but not figuring the play today as Ford away from that half-back line. Ford, the former soccer player, up to Beasley, couldn't take the mark, traps it well. Simon Beasley with a long hand pass to Wallace, runs through the centre half-forward position, goes bang and pops it through. Great play by Simon Beasley and Steve Wallace. And that brings up the first goal of the second quarter, and the Bulldogs level the score at the 8-minute mark. North Melbourne 5-6-36, Footscray 5-6-36, and that's Steve Wallace's first goal.
Fine play by Beasley after dropping a mark that he should have taken too, but he then redeemed himself with some good play, got the ball well after he'd fumbled it, and a fine hand pass to Stephen Wallace, who kicked truly. Come the big fellows once again, pretty even Stephen. Steve McPherson on the ball, Purser does the work, follows on. Royal taken away by Mossop. Mossop is well tackled. Out towards the flank it goes. Awkward bounce gives a chance to Sean Smith over the back. And here comes Footscray once again, down towards that full forward zone. And running with the flight of the ball, a lovely mark taken by Foster. Foster's 4th mark. And he has had a wonderful season. He's kicked 1 goal with that long, raping left foot kick. He's only about 35 to 40 metres out, will make the distance and misses with 1 behind. Not a difficult one. He'll be disappointed in that. And they lead by 1 point to Footscray, 5-7 to 5-6.
In fact, Doug, he didn't really take his time at all in lining up that goal. He seemed to rush it a bit. As we see, Fairley favours the outer side of the ground. The target is John Law, punched away by Williams, rode brilliantly by Royal. He's had a great duel with Ross Smith, but the kick's a shocker. Footscray has kicked poorly, as we see McDonald drive the ball back towards centre wing. Jason Love traps the ball well, caught by Wallace, dispossessed. Linton Fitzpatrick taps along the ground. Spargo paddles the ball along, gets it back to Jason Love, who's really had a great game so far. Kicks the ball back to Hepburn. Hepburn spoiled at the foot of the pack. Steele got a chance to hand pass to Larkin. The hand pass is on. Larkin traps the ball well, runs into the open goal, fires, and he's missed. A bad miss by Matthew Larkin because it was brilliantly set up by Steele. It was his 12th possession, but he should have booted that one.
He's kicked 1-1. And forward once again, who kicks superbly. Out to Maloney. Maloney downfield, looking for Collingwood, but it was never on. It was a push out. It's out of bounds.
Mossop and Purser had a battle all day as we see the ball kicked high. Punched away by Spargo and Steele. Roving well. Kicks back towards centre half forward. Sean Smith nearly took a one-hander. Caught there was Baxter without the ball. The free kick goes to Darren Baxter. Plays on quickly with a hand pass out to Linton Fitzpatrick. Up to Williams. And a push in the back. And John Law, acting captain for North Melbourne with Wayne Schimmelbusch on the sidelines, takes the free on the half-back flank.
He's a tough man, as Johnny Law. Nice mark by Cordy. Very strong, safe, dependable flanker as this one. Kicks it short, but kicks it well to Purser. Purser cleverly across. Baxter now the back pocket. Kicks it long to Beasley with a perfect kick. Did it so well. And Simon Beasley has his second shot for goal. The first one just missed. He's kicked 59 for the season and has been a model of consistency since he joined Footscray from West Australia. Kicked the century once, but he's always been in amongst the goals. Kicks for goal, and that looks good, Simon. Well done. That's his first for the match, and his 60th for the season. And that was fine play by Darren Baxter.
And the Bulldogs lead yet again by 6 points, and the lead has changed already a number of times, 5 times in the first quarter, 6 times for the match, and a beautiful pass by Darren Baxter to Simon Beasley brings up his 60th goal for the quarter. A lot at stake.
That's a good effort, 60 for the quarter.
60 for the year, I should say. Thanks, Doug. As we see Mossop with a thump out of the centre. Linton Fitzpatrick couldn't take the ball with him. Oh, Magic McLean doesn't. Quick hands out the forward, running down from the half-back line onto the half, onto that left boot. And Collinook, who looks a pretty lively player since he's came onto the ground, replacing Murray Rance. The ball beats him over the line and a throw-in to take place. Good 65, 70 metres around from Footscray's goal. Kicking down towards the punt road end, and Mossop wins yet again. Another knockout picked up by Royal. It's a high kick, but Donald McDonald takes an easy mark.
McDonald's in form at the moment. In form, he's a very lively, energetic and damaging player. 10th possession, and he started off an interchange, so it's an excellent match for him up to date. A fine punch by Fitzpatrick, beautifully intercepted by McCann. McCann sends it very long, looking for Hepburn. Hepburn's at full forward at this stage, and his opponent is Kennedy, and Kennedy frustrates his efforts and punches it out of bounds. Well, that's a move. Hepburn has been blanketed out of the game by his opponent Fitzpatrick, and now against Kennedy.
Well, they've fallen down in the 2 key forward positions because Steve McCann was well held by Kennedy. He's now at centre half forward, and Royal, what a great kick winner he's been in the game, back towards that wing position. Oh, bad miss there by Mossop around the neck to Foster. I'll pay advantage, says the umpire, but he runs into trouble. But luck's a fortune, and Peter Foster, once again caught high by Donald McDonald, takes that free kick plus a 15-metre penalty, and Foster from that true centre wing position kicks up to the 50-metre mark, but playing in front, certainly had to be a North Melbourne mark, and John Law. Ball has to be brought back. 7 possessions to John Law, playing on the half-back flank. And it seems certain that if North Melbourne are in the finals, and I'm certain they will make the final 5, he will lead the North Melbourne into the final series with Wayne Schimmelbusch injured. Here's Steele, chance for Steele, read it well up the back of the pack. Quick hands out to German, the ball bounced kindly, and German's got a chance to go for a run. Elects to take the hand pass to Love. Love to Spargo, he fumbles. Bad fumble, back to Love. Love has to kick hurriedly under pressure. Great snap shot. And he's goal. Well, he certainly knows how to kick a goal, Jason Love. He seemed to be under pressure when Spargo fumbled, but he's got great goal sense.
I agree, Kev. He doesn't look quick, but he's got those wonderful elusive and evasive skills, and when he sights goal, he really can kick some wonderful snap goals. And that's a fine effort. And Eccleston is his opponent, and he'll really be wondering what to do about this fellow at this stage, because he's like the Scarlet Pimpernel. You seek him here, you seek him there, and you seek that fella everywhere. And in comes Johnny Mossop. Punches away, nicely intercepted and booted downfield by McPherson. In front, Beasley fumbles, took a heavy one. Hit out by McDonald, doing very well. Royal, wherever the ball is, he's fighting for it. Hits it out towards McPherson. In comes Smith. McDonald again. Great smother that time by Williams. McPherson, well done. McLean, an unlucky bounce. Mossop gets him out of danger. Phil Cracker, a hand pass. Intercepted by Wallace. Off it goes to McInnes. McInnes downfield. An opportunity for Foster. Over the back it goes. And a fine spoil by Ackerman.
A great spoil by David Ackley, because he really gave away plenty of inches then to Peter Foster. And he really knocked the arms of the centre-half forward. As we see, Ackley brings the ball back into play. Punched away by Purser. Chance for McGuinness. Another good Footscray play as he goes short. This time he finds Beasley. No, not played, says the umpire, and Beasley traps the ball back to McGuinness. McGuinness will balk and come back onto the left. Boot goes short, and he finds McPherson. And McPherson has kicked already 2 goals in that opening quarter, playing on Michael Passmore.
What a good team player has Simon Beasley been today. He missed that mark that he might have taken, but then he got it quickly back to McGuinness, and McGuinness, who's always looking for a teammate, speared it beautifully to McPherson. McPherson tries to kick it downfield. Oh, what a beauty. What an absolutely perfect pass to Hawkins. It was not a percentage kick. It was not a percentage lead, but Doug Hawkins and Steve McPherson, great buddies off the field, and maybe we saw some of it there. Really, that wasn't on. It was the great skills of Hawkins that did it, and what a wonderful pass it was, and Doug Hawkins now should kick this goal. It's only 4th possession for the match. Here comes Douglas, or as Kev said, Sir Douglas, which sums him up. Good kick. Well, he cut it fine, didn't he, Kev? That was just on, but they did it well. That's his 2nd goal.
And it appeared, Doug, maybe that was a plan by Footscray, that they would leave that pocket half-forward flank position open and Hawkins would run down into it for a pass when a player felt maybe he wanted to look for a player and could be too far out for a goal, because it seemed to be a bit of a set play then, and really it was the skills of Hawkins that enabled it to come off that particular time. But Footscray fighting back after trailing North Melbourne at quarter time by 5 points. Now lead by 7. Cordy, cross to McGuinness, and it's McGuinness, Royal and Wallace. They're the instigators of just about every Footscray move, and Shane Williams in front takes the mark in front of Johnny Law.
Everybody looking for Beasley, and Williams chips in beautifully.
They do a great job each week, Royal and Wallace and McGuinness.
Magnificent rovers, Kev.
Williams from 35 metres out, about a 60-degree angle, moves in, and the kick, it's just off target.
There's much talk about the roving skills of Platten and Loveridge, which is certainly justifiable, but these 2 Footscray ones, they're just as good. Very penetrating players. Fairly out wide. Mossop in front. Purser will go the punch. Nice play, Chandler. Ran into trouble. Will take a free kick against Royal. Chandler. 5th kick. 5th possession. Steve McCann. One hand. Oh, nice roving by Spargo. Short pass to Sean Smith. Awkward one. Hand pass is brilliant to Love. And Love from Passmore was great. On it goes to Spargo. That's great team football. That was perfect team football. Hepburn in the middle of it, and that's the 2nd, but that really was beautifully done.
And Jason Love has been a real surprise packet today. He has had trouble holding down a permanent place in North Melbourne's side, and even after he booted 6 goals against the Swans, only a week later he found himself out of the team. But today he has been a very, very energetic half-forward flanker. Played very well kicking goal himself and setting up that one to Spargo. And Eccleston really has his hands full with Jason Love. Brings the score once more back to 2 points the difference. North 7-7-49, trail the Bulldogs 7-9-51. And we've played 20 minutes into the second quarter. And James Cracker with the ball, threw it over his head for mine, taken by McLean, well balked. From centre half back, drives the ball up towards centre half forward, looking for the high flyer in Foster. He thumps the ball to the ground. The ever alert Royal. The kick's a poor one. Will the bounce favour Beasley? It does, but Law's first to back up. Wins the ball well. Kicks hurriedly out towards the half-back flank. Steele takes the mark. A chance to hand pass to Larkin. The running game of North Melbourne. The short pass up to Sean Smith. Larkin, will he continue to run long? Picked up by McLean. Here's a chance for Smith to drive up towards centre half forward. It's Mark Hepburn out in front. James Cracker got in his way. Spoiled his run. Waiting Downs McGuinness goes across the ground. Transfers play to Dougie Hawkins. Footscray. Eccleston with the ball. Goes for a bounce. Wants the ball. Has now to kick under pressure. It's a high one. Wallace is the target, backing back and takes a strong mark.
Very good mark by Stephen Wallace, who takes a lot of marks throughout the season. Kicks it short to Williams and kicks it beautifully. Wallace, a very constructive player and a very important player for the Bulldogs. Williams now looks for Beasley. Beasley's got the world against him. Good play, Royal again. And the umpire says play on as Mossop got it. Mossop out wide. McLean goes up and might have taken a free against Larkin. Larkin brilliant as ever. Out to Smith it goes. He gives to McCann. And McCann now can kick a big one and decides to go back. He was off, says the umpire. And Kennedy pursues him as McCann kicks it long downfield. It's all Footscray and well played. No, the mark has been awarded.
Fitzpatrick.
To Fitzpatrick. It was pushed away from him and Fitzpatrick hand passes across.
And wastes no time to Darren Baxter. Kicks once more up to Wallace and he takes another great mark in front of Spargo. Well, they've had a great duel. Spargo's booted 2 goals, but Wallace has been a fine player also for the Bulldogs. Back to Fitzpatrick. Kicked as he pushed, I should say, as he kicked the ball. Comes back to McGuinness onto that right boot. The kick's a wobbly one up towards Beasley. Couldn't read it at all. Passmore dives on top of the ball. Well tackled by Foster. But too high, says umpire Rowan Saws. And the free kick goes to Michael Passmore.
Well done, Mickey. He had a pretty ordinary first term, but he's fighting back as he always does. Kicks it out wide looking for Chandler. Up goes Eccleston and misses what he might have taken. Clever play, Purser. Out it goes to Hawkins. Hawkins across the field and in comes Smith. And Smith goes bolting downfield. Open territory. 20 to 30 metres. 30 metres he's gone. 40 metres he goes. Runs into trouble. Terrible trouble. Back to Sean Smith. Sean Smith in trouble. And here comes McGuinness.
And great play by McGuinness because he chased Smith all the way down from the forward pocket. And now McGuinness with the ball onto that left boot. The kick's a poor one though. A lot of pressure out there as we see both sides fighting desperately. It's been a great game of football.
I was just going to say the same thing, Kev. What a fine game of football with the lead changing hands 8 times, being level 4 times. 2 teams struggling for the 5. Picked up by Larkin doing a giant job. Kicks it down over centre wing position. Awkward bounce. Tapped over the back and Purser's got the chance. He lets it go and is taken by Ford. Ford is a good kick. Kicks to Beasley. Beasley, well done. A great lead. Kept on coming down strongly at full pace and takes his 3rd mark. And as yet, he's kicked 1. He's kicked his 60th. But Simon Beasley, despite the fact he's only kicked 1, has been a good focal point. He's been a good team player today, as Simon. From about 50 metres, kicks for goal. Off direction. 1-2 from the boot of the full forward.
And those 2 behinds, Doug, were very kickable.
Yes,
for Simon Beasley. And Mickey Moldhouse would be disappointed as the Bulldogs rack up their 10th behind, 7-10-52. Lead by 3 points. North Melbourne 7-7-49. And we approach the 24.5-minute mark of the second quarter, and it has been a great game. The Bulldogs fighting for a place in the 5, and North Melbourne still with a chance to make the top 3. And Jimmy Cracker, brilliantly tackled, holding the ball for mind. He had the opportunity. It was the perfect tackle rule. Smith there, Laws on top of the ball, and a free kick will go to Steve McPherson.
And I agree with you, Kev. That was a perfect tackle. And there's justice that Stephen McPherson has got it. Now, Steve, he's had a checkered career at this club. He's been a real hothead. He's kicked a couple, and he can make the distance. He's a good kick if he really gets onto it, but it'll need to be one of his best from the 55-metre mark. And it's a long spiral torpedo, and it made the distance, but it was through for one behind. The accuracy wasn't there, but McPherson been a pretty dangerous player up forward.
Fairley to bring the ball back into play. North Melbourne trail the Bulldogs by 4 points. Looking for Mossop's been a good ruckman, and waiting down's McGuinness. Oh, lightning hand pass to Cordy. He's got a chance to kick long. It's into the square. Will the ball bounce in? Cordy's goal. A great goal from Brian Cordy, playing on the half-back line. He read it well, and a brilliant hand pass by Tony McGuinness. That'd be one of his rare goals, I would dare say. And the Bulldogs at the 26-minute mark of the second quarter lead North Melbourne 8-11-59 to 7-7-49.
That's his second for the season, Kev, and he's 15th in his career, and his career started in 1981.
So he hasn't really been worrying the scoreboard, has he?
Hasn't worried the stats man.
It's great to see a backman kick a goal when he really kicks one.
Well, he really enjoyed it. He ran crashing down forward to talk to all the forwards about it. And here's a chance once again for Passmore. He's a bit slow. McPherson well played. Lost it from a good tackle by Law. Mossop to Larkin was quick. Larkin was lightning. And downfield it goes from Spargo. Phil Cracker in front. Follows on well. 2-1 against him from a strong tackle by Fitzpatrick. And Hepburn's got the opportunity. Out it goes to Phil Cracker again. Nicely intercepted on the back line and driven out by Cordy down towards centre wing position, and McLean's could have taken a free kick. Now it's a little fella, Collingwood. Collingwood is yours.
Collingwood across to Royal. Up to Beasley. Bumped away by Fairley. Waiting down, it's Passmore. Dispossessed there by great play by Tony McGuinness. The kick, will it favour? No, I thought the bounce may have favoured Shane Williams, but over the line and out of bounds. The Bulldogs this quarter have booted 4 goals, 6 to North Melbourne's 2 goals, 3. And we've nearly played 27.5 minutes as Beasley in the ruck, but Mossop down to Collingwood. It's been caught by James Cracker, taken by Ackley to Larkin. Dummies the hand pass, then he gives it to Ross Smith. Smith and McGuinness have had great games playing on one another out wide, and it's that man Jason Love leading them a merry dance on the half-forward line, and Love kicks towards centre half-forward. He's had 13 possessions. Up high from behind, there's a chance McDonald will tap the ball on. Out to Larkin, the running Larkin steadies and misses a sitter. Well, Matthew Larkin has missed a couple of goals so far in the game. He's had 18 possessions, but once again he has missed the opportunity of posting a goal.
This has been a magnificent player, and therefore it's sad to see him miss that one. Here comes Michael Ford, kicks it out wide, looking for Douglas Hawkins. Chandler's on him. Hawkins almost took a very good one. Might have. Brian Cordy's there to assist him, and I think Cordy will take the free kick. Cordy on half-back flank, kicks it long. Purser and Mossop again. Oh, Foster a super leap, and a sympathetic mark, I think. A decision for the marker. He just held it long enough, but wonderful football. Beasley in front, and in front of Beasley, some very strong football by John Law, who's one of the tough players and one of the sturdy, dependable players of league football. Kicks it downfield. A great leap over the back is unsuccessful. Hepburn fights for it. Smith is with it. Out to Jim Cracker. Jim Cracker's got time. Boots it to brother Phil.
Oh, what a mark. What
a beautiful kick, and what a magnificent mark. In a flash did Jim Cracker. He got ball to foot so quickly and got it down like a bullet, and that's the 14th possession and the 4th mark for Phil Cracker as the siren goes. And Footscray lead by 9 points as Phil Cracker comes in on the half-time siren to see if he can denude that lead down to 3 points. Philip Cracker, that was real Cracker magic, and he's done it beautifully. Well played, great half of football. That's his second goal, and at half-time Footscray lead 8-11 to North Melbourne 8-8 in a wonderful contest.
has been a great contest, hasn't it?